Okay, we are recording. So if you're just jumping on, if you could mute yourself, unless you want to come out and say something, just raise your hand and I'll come out. But every Monday and every Thursday, we do Zoom calls for the team. And this is just a time to come get any questions answered. I usually do a little training on Mondays, sales training. And then on Thursdays, we usually also have either a guest speaker or we do training questions and answers for you. So that's going to be every Monday and every Thursday. We do have a global affiliate meeting. It's not mandatory, but you know what? If you're not knowing what's going on in the company and you sell a product that maybe was on sale now or something in the past that's not adding up, you know, it's because you didn't know what was going on. So we do our best to do a Monday, first Monday of every month, we do a global meeting. That's not a mandatory meeting, but definitely want to come check it out. So with that being said, we have a special guest speaker this Thursday. So how many of you, just go ahead and raise your hand for me, have heard about the Molecular Hydrogen Institute? All right. Well, if you haven't, definitely go over there. This is Dr. Tyler Barron, who is a PhD. And I've known him for, gosh, at least probably 8 to 10 years or more. And he started out in the Kangen business. Then he realized it wasn't about the alkalinity, it was the hydrogen only. And so he decided to put a foundation together. It's a nonprofit organization where he's just educating people. And he also has a course. So when you come in to be an affiliate with us, he has a certification course. He is a professor and he teaches at the college level the same exact course. 2 doctors going out in the field on hydrogen. So you get to go through that same exact course that he teaches for free. When you come in, it's $153 and it's refunded back when you graduate. Because at first, of course, I was paying for it and people weren't graduating. So you have to show us the certificate you graduated and it is given back to you. So you will want to send an email to support@healthyhydration.com with your certificate and we'll refund you back. So he's coming up on Thursday. So he's going to talk about sports and conditioning. He holds a huge record for it's the arm wrestling competition. He's very, very, very strong. He's very talented at it. So he just got back from Florida and he won the whole competition there. So he's going to talk about sports athletes and hydrogen, how it's helpful. So he's great. He just came, or he's coming again soon, but he was also just here at my home office probably about a month and a half, 2 months ago. So that was really great to see him live. All right, if you're just coming into the program here, you have some timed bonuses. So the first bonus that you have is for your sales volume. So if you have a $20,000 your first 30 days of joining us, you're going to get a $1,000 bonus, cash bonus. You can use it any way you want. If you get $10,000 of sales, you're going to get a $500 gift card to Healthy Hydration. Now, if you get $5,000 your first month, you get a $200 gift card. So that's the first timed bonus. And for those of you that haven't really been making sales, we did start everybody back brand new about a week and a half or almost 2 weeks ago. So you're still in it. So go out there and make some sales and you can receive some great income, especially for Christmas coming up. It's going to make Christmas such a great time for you and your family with more money. All right. And then we have a 60-day bonus. So this is 60 days. This is where you help 3 people get happily involved, that you help them with product over $500 each. Then you're going to get $200 gift card to Healthy Hydration. Okay, so it's a 60-day bonus. So, and then a little bit of update here. We do have a private Facebook group. We didn't have this as of maybe 2 to 3 weeks ago. So I want you all, if you haven't already joined, to go ahead and scan that code there. And then you'll be put in our private Facebook group. We do a lot of communication in there. We update you on things. You always want to make sure you're popping in there at least every other day just to get updates. All right, so now we are going to be talking about the affiliate spotlight here. We have Andreas and Sophia. So I just got back from a trip around the world and got to spend, almost 3 days in Sweden. The time flew so fast. But this power couple and power family is on a roll. So they've already done a couple events where they go out and they have people come to their booth. So I'm going to have them explain that. They're on social media. They came from Kangen Water in the past, and they are really good at communication. Sophia is a holistic nutritionist, and Andreas is a personal trainer. So with that being said, Rockstar Spotlight. of the night, if you can go ahead and pop out here and kind of introduce yourself a little bit further and tell us how you're getting the results and what you're doing to really share your business with others.
Yeah, thank you guys for having us. So it's early, 3 a.m.,
Yes.
but we are up and running.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Mm.
So,
So just start with your story and how you got involved in healthy hydration, where you came from.
Mm.
Mm.
So we came from about 3 years ago. We've been working with Enagic and Kangen Water. So we through Facebook we found a few people working with that and got interested because we've been looking for water filtering for they say the Swedish water is really good, but we didn't believe that, and we found the best water, we thought, in Kangen water, so we jumped on that for 2.5, a little bit more years, and then we got a call from a guy who was a little bit concerned about Kangen water. So we watched his link he was giving us, and there Amanda popped up. So we watched her debunking video of the Kangen water, and we booked a call with Amanda directly, and then we talked with her, and we bought the deluxe and the shots and everything directly just to go all in. And the bonus was that it was similar program with affiliates, so that was perfect for us because we, as Brian said, we also like into health, and we like to make a difference for other people, coming from the health field, and this was like the bullseye thing to do for us, and we really appreciate Amanda taking us in and under her wings and stuff. So we've been just rolling hard.
Yes, you have. And then we have lovely Sophia here, who's a holistic nutritionist and very good communicator. So if you want to just kind of maybe share a few things about you and what makes you unique and different, then that would be awesome.
Yes, as Andreas said, we are all in this for the health. So we really wanted the best water. And when we figured out that it's the hydrogen, that it's that agent it's about. So it was like a no-brainer for us to leave the other company and go with you. And it's been like 6 months now, almost, and we're so thankful for doing that turn. And
so you just got, sorry.
No, sorry.
I was gonna say, you just got done with an event about what, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
You just kind of give the team here some guidance on what kind of event it was, how you planned for it, the outcome with it.
Yeah, that event was the Scandinavia's biggest health event. So we were there with like how many brands? Maybe
100 brands, maybe
100 different brands, and we were there over 3 days, just putting ourselves out, meeting people. For 3 days, it was like maybe 10 or 15,000 people over 3 days passing by. And we had 3 really great days, just talking, meeting with people, and putting the hydrogen out because it's really unknown here. And people are very, very curious. And so, yes, we got some good results, and met really nice and nice people. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, you did. And so how did you do lead capturing, and how did you have the incentive? And you sold, I think it was 8 or 10 of the bundle packs with the disinfecting spray.
Yes.
And so how did you lure people in? Because that's a skill. When people are walking by the booth, you know, if you don't have communication, you don't have the right, you know, pitch per se, they're not going to come to you. So what was your unique way of communicating with these people?
Yeah.
I would say that first of all, the units stands out.
Yeah.
So we were the only brand like working with these products. So we first of all we stand out, and the other, there are a few in Sweden. There is like functional drinks and stuff like that, like soda pops, but it's more like no calories and BCAA and caffeine and stuff like that. So everyone who trains and into health, they try to figure out the holy grail in drinks. But when we come there, we're like, hey, this is water and it's nothing else. So I think that makes people like draw their attention to, okay, what's this? There's then the big Hydro Deluxe, the home unit, a few shots, and then everything is like the shots is in different colors and stuff. So first of all, people in Sweden, they are a little bit hesitant. They're not the most like, not everyone is, they're a little bit skeptic in their nature. So, but I think we just present ourselves as invitable. So you can come here and talk with us. We're pretty like common people. We look like regular persons, and they just come by and we start talking about, hey, what do you drink? Do you drink water? What filter do you have? Have you ever thought of filtering your water? And they're like, no, we have the best water in the world. And then we're like, starting from there, and then we just sold 8 shots and bundle packs, the combo packs. So yeah, that's a little bit.
And then as we are in the health field, that also makes this authority feeling that we are in it for a good cause and have good intentions and want to help people.
And maybe know what we're talking about, because we are really nerdy.
Yeah.
So we like to know what it is and what it does and what it do and stuff like that. So it's something we have it's in our hearts to know about health and help others. So, and we know this is really doing that. So they can see it in our eyes when we talk about it, maybe.
In your heart, absolutely. You can tell it's just you're radiating energy out of your body because you're excited, you're enthusiastic, and you look the part too, and you are the part because you're drinking water all the time. So that's very helpful. Now you have a great social media presence. So you want to share maybe, you know, your tips, maybe you have a couple of tips for people that are just starting out on how they can get out there and get themselves noticed.
Yeah, we try to use so Instagram is the biggest platform in Sweden. So we try to use that a little bit for us, we use it as a education in Swedish to really educate a little bit. We use the website also to educate, so they know what they are buying. So they're not just buy something that's like, they don't even know what it is to just buy something, but we want them to know what it is. And I have a little bit like nerdiness in when it comes to design and stuff. So I can sit on Canva like a whole day for one post. So I really can recommend using Canva and do nice presentations that's connected to you and your personal brand. So using the personal branding to connect with people, and if they see that you do good posts, they will feel that it's okay, this is serious, this is nice, I can connect with this one, and everyone is connecting with different personal brands. So not everyone is connecting with maybe what I do, but I draw the people in that we want and we need, and that's suited for us to work with and stuff like that. So that's one thing. And we have our own website, a little bit twisted in the healthy hydration, but twisted in Swedish. So we try to use that with you can work with Google and search. You call it search. What do you call it?
Search engine.
The search engine. So when they search hydrogen water or the Swedish word, we come up high in the search engine. So there's small tips you can do. Facebook, become friends with as many as you can. It's like if you just become friends, it's like you have followers. So that's smart. So put yourself out there and like get outside the box. Think like, okay, what can I do today to take next step?
It's also good to have your story and to get your angle on maybe the water or the business, or how you want to show yourself up, and like choose colors and stuff and follow that,
Yeah.
make a nice
Feed.
feed. And so that's also a small tip.
Yeah.
So looking professional.
Yeah.
And as far as follow-up goes, I know you had a giveaway that you did at the last event where you got people's information. And how did you present that for people, for one, and how did you work to follow up with these people?
We had our iPad on the show, and they could put in their contacts for this competition.
Yeah, little lottery.
Yeah. And afterwards, we followed up, firstly by email, and then we called also. And
we invited them to the event we had with you.
Yeah.
So the winners got to see you.
Yeah. And I'll just kind of tell a little bit about the last event we're at. So I basically said a week and a half prior to being with you guys, I was like, hey, I'm coming to Sweden and hopefully we can get some meetings together. And so like, okay, so they automatically started contacting their people, and we had this demo in the hotel there. And we had some exceptional people come to this. It's not so much volume of how many people, it's the quality of people that you get at those events. And so we had one gentleman that I'm sure you've already reached out to, probably already got him involved, but he's got connections all over the world in Dubai. And he's like, this is unbelievable. He was like just looking at the information and just like so happy. So that was really great. And then you had some new affiliates that just joined as well. So we were getting them set up, which is awesome. And then you're going to be taking over the sales in Sweden. And so we're going to be having a actual facility there. We have inventory. So we don't have to go into, customs and all of that. We'll just have it there. And you guys can work with your team as you're developing them and just ship them out from Sweden. So very excited about that. Great. So I don't want to take too much more time because I do have some content to get through, but I want you to maybe, if you have a couple tips, 1 to 2 tips for a new person joining, just started, maybe they're a little bit fearful of getting out there or just fearful in general, don't know where to start. What's 1 or 2 things that they can do to really, start their business?
Talk to people daily about what you're doing and put yourself out there. In the beginning, it's like, everyone is a beginner. So just start somewhere and just do it and follow, have a little plan and follow your plan. Just be consistent and then you will get the results.
That's a great tips.
I would say that in the beginning, it's like a little bit scary to be on video and stuff like that. So try to have like a 30-day challenge. You just put anything out, and being on video is a skill also, like doing content. And I was really nervous and not really natural on video before, and now I can be like, I'm pretty relaxed. And one thing also to know, dig in a little bit and have the baseline of what you're talking about, then you will be more confident in what you say, and you don't need to have to think and do I say the right things. So keep it basic, but keep it to the hydrogen also. That's a big part I think we're pushing on. So that's a few tips.
So don't get too sciencey, don't overcomplicate it. I know a lot of people coming in, they think they have to know everything before they get started.
Yeah.
And what I've found, I'm sure you found the same thing, is that if you start talking about the science, you're going to get all the science questions. And if you don't know it, it's going to make you feel like you don't know what you're talking about. And so,
And one thing is really important: be 100% yourself. That's gonna sell the most. That's why Amanda sells it. She's
100%.
herself 100%, and you can feel that. So that's one thing I learned from Amanda a few 6 months, that be yourself. Doesn't matter how many look at your content or YouTube channel or likes or something. Just be yourself, and the right people will come. 100%. You attract your tribe, or your vibe attract your tribe. So 100% like that.
That's awesome. Thank you for that. And so when people start at the beginning, you know, some people don't get results right away. And I know for you guys, it took a couple months in, and then, whoa, you started selling that home unit like crazy. And so what would you give as encouragement, words of wisdom there that, you know, people think, oh, I did it for a month and I didn't get results.
Nicholas.
What do I do now?
What's going on?
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, didn't get the
Oh,
question.
she asked for those people who didn't really, for 1 or 2 months, really komma igång.
Get going.
Yeah, we sold the home unit after like 1 month. We didn't really get going in the beginning. So we were, I think we have built up a little like trust over time. Even the Kangen didn't come really natural for us, but we sold it because we believed in it, something, but our feeling didn't really believe in it. So that's maybe we didn't go so like crazy, selling crazy. But this has like, we feel it, that it's really good. The hydrogen is really the real deal, and we can back these products with ourselves. So I think that we just kept going for 1, 2, 3 months, and then we sold 4 home units. So it takes few time. So it takes maybe, I don't know, over 8 exposures for people to just see it. First they want to see the post maybe, or they see something, and then it passed by without thinking, and then it's building up. They see it once again. It's like advertising. So keep just posting and keep going. Try different things, what work, what doesn't, and then you will like sell. Maybe it's 1, maybe it's 4, but that's not the thing. The first sale is like we sold 1 bottle. It's like, yeah, we party, and we celebrated.
Yeah.
And we try to like keep the momentum and just believe in what we do, and then we will sell. Yeah, I can sell. We will sell anything later. We just go hard now, so we really believe in it.
And now we're having a new event this weekend, so we're very excited.
Share a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we got really excited after the first event, because you meet so many people, and you get better at selling, you get better at exposing yourself and talk about it. So and the feedback was really good. So we like, okay, what can we do? Then I knew there was the fitness festival, we call it. So it's the northern part of Europe's biggest fitness festival. So it's all about like CrossFit training, bikini fitness, posing on stage and stuff like that. And we know what this water can do to athletes, right? So we're like, okay, let's collect some money to buy a monitor. So we did that, and now we're going on Friday, 3 days, standing there talking to maybe 10,000 people, all interested in like health and training and workout and athletes. So we're gonna push that we are the natural drink, that we just add water, and then you have hydrogen, and then you have your functional drink there. And we're gonna have concurrence with like the biggest company in Sweden. Like, they are crazy big. They have taken over the whole market with their fraud drinks, I call it. It's not functional. So we have a great product we believe in, and that's gonna sell.
Yes. Wow, that's getting me excited. I'm sure you're exciting everybody in here. I'm going to switch it to my screen here in a minute, but would you mind just putting your Instagram link in the chat so people can connect with you, kind of see what you're doing a little bit. Also your website too, because it is a great website you put together. So wow, cool. Well, I'm super proud of you and all the results you're getting and the future that's coming. Great. All right. So if you do have more questions for them, just go over to the Facebook group and you can easily find them in there. I'd be happy to answer more questions for you. All right, so let's talk about the next step. So once you come in, that's awesome. But now you got 3 other people that just came in and joined you too, but you're like, what do I do next? So there's actually a step-by-step process, and I want to go through that with you, because if you miss this opportunity and your person's excited, but you don't plug them in, they're going to die. They're not going to get excited. They're not going to come to the Zoom trainings. They're going to be all by themselves. So I really want to avoid that. So I want to help you guys develop your new people. So one of the first things that I would suggest that you do is you send it a welcome email. So the moment they decide, I want to be an affiliate, I want to, make extra income, I want to buy the product, you're going to send an email, and you can, put whatever you want, but this is just congratulate them. And like, both Sophia and Andreas, they said, your story is what sells. So make sure to say, before this water in my life, this is where I was at. And now because of it, this is where I'm going. I'm super excited to bring you along. And so then you're just reaffirming their decision that they made is great. Now you're going to have a step-by-step process for them. Okay. So the first thing is they need to register as an affiliate. And I'll go through this with you in your minute so you know where your referral link is at. Okay. The second thing, you want them to join our Facebook group, because if all else fails, at least they're getting into the Facebook group. And so, they can have communication with other people there. So make sure they do that. And we do have the link right there too, but we'll also post it in the chat. If someone could do that, would be great. Or just put the name of the group is fine too. All right. And then we have book a Zoom call. So booking a Zoom call, the reason we do that is because you want to walk them through the back-end office. You want them to know how to set up their settings so they have their W-9 form, they have their payment information in there, they know what links to put, they know how to navigate the training program, and you want to plug them into the Zoom trainings. Okay, so that's your first step, is you want to send that welcome email and give them the next steps. Okay, anybody have any questions on that? If you do, you can just raise your hand or come out and ask the question. No, what I would suggest here too is when you are sending that welcome email, let's imagine that your affiliate sponsored you. I would also put their email too, so they know someone new is starting as well, because they can start to help you and just give their story. So they would say, well, congratulations, Jamie, we're excited for you. We're a husband-wife team, and we've been drinking this water for 6 months. It's changed our life too. Please make sure to tune into the trainings, just so they feel the sense of community, that they're not the only ones out there. So that's also very, very important. Okay, then step 2, you're going to go over to our Facebook page, our group page, which is Healthy Hydration Affiliate Group. And you're going to post just welcoming them, kind of like your email did, the same thing. Also get their photo in there. So, tag 3 to 5 people that you know. in the group. And then what's going to happen is those people that are tagged, their job, all of you here, is like, oh, wow, you've got to notice this person that just came in. They're a new person, just put in this group of, people, and it's building all the time. But now they're like, oh my gosh, what am I getting myself into? So if they have those personal 3 to 5 connections right off the bat, and they're like, oh, wow, this is a great little community here. We have people we can reach out to, and they feel welcomed. So it's really important. You can go to their Facebook page and find a photo of themselves. Maybe they just took their machine up. Take a photo of them with the machine and put it in the group. And then tag the 3 to 5 people. Okay, so that's the second step here. And then the third step is this Zoom call, which I'm going to go over with you right now. So to do that, I am going to go over here. Let's see here if I can do this right. Oops, okay, you're still here. Let me go. I know, I got to go incognito in that mode. But I don't know why. Okay, here we go. Let's see. There it is. Okay. So I'm going to go incognito. Okay, so you're going to get the appointment with them to go on Zoom. They've already registered as an affiliate because you give them the link. Just because they registered to be an affiliate does not mean that they actually know how to find information, or even if they signed up correctly or not. Because you really want to make sure if you're putting all the work in and they're not linked to you for some odd reason because they didn't follow the link correctly, you really want to make sure that they're with you and everything is set correctly. So let's just go here to healthy hydration. All right, so you can do this on the Zoom call with them as well. So you're just going to say, all right, what you're going to do is go right here to affiliate, watch this video together. Even if they've already went through it, just show them, hey, this is what you're going to do with the next person too. So just programming them, because people's memory works in ridiculous association over and over and over and over again. So remind them, this is a video here, watch the video so you know everything you want to know. Then we have these 2 boxes you need to check. So there is an agreement here. You want to make sure you go through that so you can understand what it means that they're getting into. And then you go ahead and continue to be an affiliate. Okay, then watch this video together with them. There's a couple things that have changed since we did this video. It's just we used to do Slack. We don't do that anymore. We just do the Facebook group. It was easier to communicate with people there. So watch that. And then the next steps. So we have one here to create their affiliate portal, and the other one is to access the training. So you're going to go with them and make sure they've done this correctly. So you're going to click this one and then create the account, because that's your first step. Now, because I've already got the account, I'm just going to log in so they can log in from here too. Okay, so we're going to log in. I believe that's my password. Checkpoint. I think that might be one there, but we'll see. All right. Okay, so now we're in their back office. So this is where you want to show them their links. So here's their referral link. They get that 20% right off the bat. So what I would do is I would click that link and show them, physically show them, say this, look, it's going to come up here and it's going to have their name as the affiliate. Look, affiliate is Amanda Bobbitt. Oh, wow. So now you know that that link works and it's got your name on it. And so they can see that. Okay, so go there. And then the next one here is the sign up to be an affiliate that's linked to you. So this is that link right here. So in that email we just talked about, this is the link for them to sign up as an affiliate. So they'll be a customer and it'll be linked to you just by going here and pushing this button. They'll be linked to you as a customer. But if you've not sent them this link to be an affiliate, their sales aren't going to count towards you. I mean, when they start recruiting people. So if they are recruiting people directly, it's not going to be linked unless you have that filled out. So just create the account. Okay. The coupon code. So this is good for $50 off. So when you're an affiliate, you get a coupon code for $50 off you can give to people. And this is your coupon code. So when you go to checkout at the very end of the website, it has a little box that says coupon. You can put coupon code. It's only going to work on orders over $300. Okay. And then that's the personal discount is for yourself. So you can get a personal 15% off. Okay, so those are the links that you want to make sure you have. You can, share with them any information down here. This is not really tracking accurately, so I'm not really sure, what's going on here, but we'll have to get IT to check that out. All right, the next step here is you can go through all these different things with them, but you want to make sure they go to the settings. Because in the settings, you have to put the W-9 form, you've got to fill it out. And if you're not a US citizen, that's okay too. If you're from a different country, it'll change. It'll say, are you a US citizen? And you push yes or no. Push no, then it's going to give you another set of information. Okay, so you've got to have that filled out. So our team cannot pay you unless you have it filled out. So if you've got money coming to you right now and you have not filled that out, we send emails out. And if you don't see the email, it goes to your junk for some reason, and you got money sitting there, it's probably because either you didn't have a PayPal address for us to pay you, or you didn't fill out that form there. And so here's the PayPal, and then you'll just put where you want that email to go to. Now, if you're like, I don't do PayPal, then what? Well, we can pay you any way you want, but if you want to do like a bank transfer wire, they charge us a fee with $25 every time we do a wire. So we have to obviously take it out of the commission for you. So we pay out every Friday past the 14-day return policy. So there's a 14 days, once your customer gets their product, there's 14 days return policy there. And if no return, then you're going to get paid every Friday if you keep bringing new sales to the market here. You can put your Facebook pixels so it can actually track your website because you get a duplicated website. You can put leads in here. We have a whole CRM program. Once you really start acquiring more people in your team, more customers, that's much more robust than this, but just starting out, this is a great place to start. It's also going to tell you about payments that you have coming up, how much you have coming, what transactions you've done, what transactions your team's done. It's all tracked in here. There is some marketing tools. We're working on building these more. There was a different page there that had them, the shop, but there's also a app too. But we'll get to that another time. So Canva, you guys mentioned Canva. So all of you, I'd highly suggest just open yourself up a Canva account. Canva. That's where we do all of our brochures, flyers, videos. You can do editing in there, and it's hands down a great tool to do this. So definitely get that started. Okay, so now that we have this accomplished, your client, your new affiliate's like, okay, I understand this is really great. Now they're plugged into this. Then you're going to go back here and you want to finish up and show them the rest. So what's going to happen next is you can either go back here, and actually, no, you're going to go to healthyhydration.com again. And you're going to go to this little person up here, little person. So you've got the Go Off Pro, you've got their affiliate links. Now you're going to go to this little person. And then the same email that you used, info. Now, if they used a different email here when they purchased the product than what they became when they were in the Go Off Pro for the affiliate links, then it's not going to match. So you want to make sure here that if you can keep the same email together and not have two different, it's going to be a lot easier for you. So healthy hydration. Okay, and then the password here. So go into it. Okay, so now once you come, everything is here. So you have your Go Off Pro that we just set up. That's all linked. And now we have your sales training. So I'll just click it so you can see. You log in here from that same portal, or you can go to the sales team. All right, so when you come to the sales team, this is where all your training is going to be. It's going to give you the next steps. A little video from me. So join the Facebook group. So that link to the Facebook group is always here. The link to the Zoom meetings, it's always the same Zoom meeting, and it's here. We also have past Zoom recordings. So this one is going to go ahead and get transferred over to that as well. If you're not here live, you can go there and view past meetings. Training videos. So that's the next step here. We also have an app, so you can have it on your phone. You can have your training on the phone. And of course, you want to make sure to stay plugged into our social media. And then here's our certification course with Dr. Tyler Barron. So that you get a special here. So you just click that and then you pay the $153, then you go through the training. Dr. Tyler and I have been talking about doing a January-ish timeframe where we're all starting at the same time if you haven't done it before. Or if you have done it, you can feel free to come into it as well. But that way you'll have him there, you'll have me there, and we can go through it together so it doesn't seem so overwhelming. Because there's a lot of science. And you don't have to have the certification, but if it makes you feel better because you really know what you're talking about, then I'd suggest that you do that. All right, so here's our training videos. And so these are, I would say, go through them just like we put them in here, the structure. We've got Taiwan Hubbard. He's been a good friend of mine for many years, and we also contribute to him monthly. We pay him to make these videos for everybody because, you know, he needs to have income to keep going. And so we believe in him so much that we wanted to do that. And so he's going to have great content. And what you can do too is if you haven't started social media and you haven't figured out what am I going to talk about, take his video, watch it 3 times, come up with your own video, and the same thing, just redo it in your mind how you would say it. That's the best way to do it. When I first started out on social media, I would watch people's information like sales training, and I'd start to like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do that video too. And I just did it in a different way. And I really learned it that way too. Because you do and you learn by doing. So if you're like, I don't know how to talk about hydrogen, well, guess what? You put yourself in front of a camera, you can tell the camera and all the fans out there what hydrogen is, you're gonna get it in your subconscious mind. Now you're out and talking to someone at the grocery store, like, oh yeah, I did that before like 50 times now in that same video because I was just learning how to do it, you know? And so that makes you more confident. And people buy your confidence and they buy you. So you want to make sure that you know what you're talking about and you've said it a whole bunch of times. So it's not like, you know, people are catching you off guard. So these are the most important ones. We've actually selected these with Taiwan to make sure like, hey, which ones should we go with? And these are the ones we felt are the most important to really learn. Athletes. So those are here. That's all about hydrogen. Now, the next one we felt was really important is what is the difference between alkaline ionized water and hydrogen water? Yes, alkaline ionized water has hydrogen in it, but they're not the same thing in how they're created. And there's a lot of misconceptions out there. And so he does a really great job educating people and going through the different technology. You know, there's a reason why we don't have to clean our units like you do with the traditional ionized water machines. So it's all going to be in here. So definitely watch those over and over again. The best hydrogen water training. So this I put together. You know, how many of you know who Eric Worre is? GoPro. Well, I'm flying to Vegas tonight actually because I have an event at his home. And part of the training here is like the steps to be a professional in this industry. And, you know, you got to prospect, you got to invite, all these things. So I've taken it and breaking it down for you. So taxes, of course, if you're in the US, having a business is one of the smartest things you can do because now you have deductions. So those of you that are paying now for your cell phone, you're not deducting it and you have a job, now you can deduct it. Those of you that computers, internet, your car, airplane tickets, hotel, meals. I mean, we went out to a very nice, oh my gosh, it was amazing. Japan, it was not Japanese, right? What was it? What kind of food was that? It was
We call it
unbelievable.
Asian fusions. It's like all thing Asian.
Yep, and I stuffed myself silly. I was so good. And so it was a good price meal, you know, it was around $500 and I got to write it off of my taxes because you have a tax deduction because it's for your business. You're supporting your team. And so you can write off half of your meals, like half the price. So $250 would come off my taxes for the business. And so I'm just going to briefly explain this. Let's imagine that right now you're in a job and you make $60,000 a year, you and your husband, spouse, team. Okay, so if you don't have your own business, you're going to get taxed at the highest tax bracket that there is because you have no deductions. So if you made $60,000 for that year on your, when you get your tax form, they're going to take the standard deduction, which is I think around 16,000 or so. I did taxes for 3 years. I can't remember what it is now, but now you've only made like 42,000. Okay, so now the government's going to tax you on the 42,000, and money comes out of your paycheck as well. And so now you're going to be taxed 42,000. It's about 25 to 33%. You've got to give the government. So with a business like this, you've got the 60,000. Just imagine that you got as income through your job. Now you have the standard deduction, which is around 16. Now you're bringing it down to 40. Now you got your car payment, your computer, your cell phone, your meals, your entertainment, you know, your machine, your shower machine, whatever it is you have. And right now, by the way, is the best time to promote this because people are looking for tax deductions because it's the end of the calendar year. And so now all these things for expenses, and you would have bought them anyways, your home, your square footage, your home, you can deduct your home square footage you're doing business at, your office. Okay, so now, oh my gosh, instead of making 40, I had all these deductions and I didn't make any money. Zero. I broke even. Or maybe even went behind. You're like, I had to get some money out of savings. Well, now the government's going to tax you on that. Zero. And so when I was working with the Kangen business, helping people, the average person would get back around $3,000 to $6,000 a year because of having an in-house based business. So if you say I can't afford it, you can't afford not to, because it's the smartest thing that you can do. Even if you buy a hydro shot, you buy something and now you go in business, now you've got to actively be promoting it, and then you can take all these deductions. So you're going to watch that tax video because it's really important, it explains all that. Getting started, your title, who are you? People need to know who you are. When you're out in public, what do you do? If you're like, oh, I'm a janitor, they're like, oh, okay. It doesn't take the conversation into water. If you're like, I'm a hydration specialist. Oh, what's that? Now they're like glued to your information, and they're gonna want you as a credible authority. They're wondering, well, what do I drink? You're the person that does that. I want to know. Okay, your story is what sells. Facts tell. So tell your story, beginning, middle, and an end. Your schedule. Are you busy? Are you productive? Because you can be busy sweeping. I don't have any time for business, but yet you're like, wandering around sweeping and doing things that don't produce income. So find out, we all have 24 hours in a day. How can you be productive and not busy in your time? Don't let fear control you. This is one I would highly recommend all of you watch, because that is going to happen without a shadow of a doubt. You're going to have to go through what I call terror barriers, meaning that you made a decision, you spent money to become an affiliate, you bought a machine, whatever it is, and now you're like, can I do this? And somebody maybe says, oh, what are you doing? Don't do that. You're going to just, waste money and you're not going to make any money, blah, 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 blah. And you listen to that. Now you're going to be like, okay, I'm going to get fear and doubt here because I don't think I can either. And you're going to go back to your past. So you got to be willing to let yourself go through that little bit of uncomfortable, and don't listen to other people if it's not what you want to hear. You have the choice. You can choose. So you're going to just, go through this video and learn what is fear and how do we get past it. Once you know that you can have anything you want, and you just got to get past your own self and keep focusing on what you want, and don't let that fear in your life, you'd be amazed on how many things you can get done. Prospecting. Okay, so this is what Eric Worre talks about. You got to first know how to talk to people. Same thing, with our presenters tonight too. Prospect, got to find them, practice it here. Inviting. Okay, now we got a prospect. Now what? Well, they're interested. Okay, you got to either send them a video, you got to get them product. So you got to invite them to do something. And there's a skill behind all of these. How to follow up. Okay, now they're excited and they got this link, and now how do I get them to buy? Okay, duplication. That's what we're doing right now, teaching you. Building for events. You guys did a great job. Building for out-of-town events. The objections and the close. This is one you want to go over and over and over again because you're going to get them. Objections are well-planned lies, stalls, and roadblocks. They don't want to tell you they don't have the money. They don't want to tell you they don't feel value. So you've got to know underneath all of that, it's usually they don't want to spend the money. And so you don't feel like, oh, they just rejected me. And then you know how to deal with objections. So if people are actually giving you objections, it's kind of good because it means they're interested. So you want to go through there and how to overcome them. And then trial closing questions, how to ask. You got to be a master asker. If you can't ask, you're never going to be a salesperson. You're going to be able to succeed. You've got to say, hey, let's do it right now. Let's get you started today. And then close your mouth and they'll be, okay. And then you help them with the process. Okay, so that's really good there. The freedom method. This is a laptop lifestyle. This I used to sell for $2,000. I used to sell this to anybody with any kind of business that wanted to go online. Because I was fearful of going online. Before I even went online, I was like, no, I'm not going to put myself out there because I don't want anybody to know what I'm doing or my business. Once I realized, hey, I can be all over the world, why would you not want to? So I'm going to teach you through this course. It's been on CNN, NBC, Fox News. I was interviewed with Jack Canfield, who's a Chicken Soup for the Soul. So he interviewed me because of this program and the results people get because of going through it. So who is your market? Social media, you watch me before and after, tweak some things around so you can get better results. How to use your stories, just engagement hacks. It's all here. You can watch all this. Okay. That's great. And then we have the High Performance Club. So this actually is meant to be followed along with a course, because I also used to sell this. So you've got all the video content here, but there's a lot more, and we'll restart the course again soon as we come into the new year. But we want to learn about beyond our senses. You know, we have an imagination, we have intuition, we have focus, we have will, we have reasoning, and we have memory and perception. So these are all intellectual faculties that we're born with that they didn't get taught in school. And once you know that we are creative beings and you can have anything you want, you just have to learn on how to tap into it. Okay, so that's a great for that. And you're gonna learn so much about yourself. It's incredible. Many of you probably know that I coached with Bob Proctor. He was one of my coaches when I was in the Kangen, and he passed away. But that was what really inspired me to start my own company and get out of the past. And even though I was scared, like, you know, I knew way before I was not going to do Enagic that I wasn't going to do Enagic. Like 2 years before, I just couldn't get out of it because I was making good money and you just get comfortable, right? So he was the one that said, you need to get out and you need to do your own thing. And I did. So I'm really happy about that. Okay, so then we have the breaking down the demonstration. So if you're like, what do I say? How do I say it? Well, guess what? I broke down the whole entire process for you. So you just got to watch it, put yourself in front of the video camera, and you just do it over and over and over again, over and over and over again. So breaking down the different products. It's all right here for you.
Yeah, I think I'm going to invest in my health after they see there's no other option. It's our job to break down the box.
And this is, we're going to learn a lot about the actual products too. So you want to make sure you're going in there and grabbing hold of that. Okay, so that's pretty much all of the training. You do have the affiliate Zoom link here as well, and the portal to log in too. So if you can't figure out, well, how am I supposed to go to the little person at the top and figure that out? Don't worry, it's all right there for you as well. And it's also on the main website. I'll show you here. So it's at the bottom of the page here. Okay, all the way at the bottom. So you have all those all the time. In the Slack, I didn't realize I was even there. We'll be taking that one down and putting the Facebook group there. Okay, so that is the training, you know, how to get involved, how to get your people involved. So now we just have a few minutes left. If we have any questions, we can absolutely answer questions. If you do have a question, just either come out or raise your hand and I'll call on you. Anybody have any questions? From here, you know, obviously tonight I'm going to Vegas and I'll be there for a couple of days. And then I'm going to be resting at home for the weekend with my girls. And then Tracy is in Florida. She's on tonight. So she's in the Fort Lauderdale area. So I will be traveling to Florida too. So those of you that have, you know, people there, you want to get together, we'll have a group training, a group meeting. We can plan for that. So we're looking about the second week, I think we decided, Tracy, I can't remember the dates, but we'll be there. So just make sure. And I see that freely raise your hand. And we also have Chelsea, so we'll get to you. After Florida is Arizona. So Amanda is on the call tonight and she's a great leader over in that area. I think we have a couple others too that are there. So we'll be going to Arizona. And then we got plans to go to California and Texas. So I'm just gonna build you guys up as much as possible. So if you are in those areas and you want to connect with us, if you're not in those areas and you want me to come, let me know. I'll be happy to. Okay, Chelsea, go ahead and come on out and we will hear what your questions is.
I was just wondering, when you were showing the back office, you said there was a 15% off for us affiliates.
Mhm.
I don't have that on my back end. And I had emailed support, or not support, but I had emailed asking and said someone was going to help me, but never did. So I was just wondering if I could also have that.
Yeah. I probably should find out if I can log into your account or if you can take a snapshot if you're back in office. Because I've
Okay.
not seen that before. Maybe it's in a different spot possibly, but yeah, because we don't do referrals on your own sales. So if you did a sale and you put it under yourself, the computer knows that and you're not going to see that sale come up in your back office. And so instead what we did is we gave you a 15% off if you wanted to just 15% off instead of putting it on yourself and getting it back that way. Does that make sense?
Okay, great. Yeah, I'll send you a screenshot. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. And then we have Ms. Brooks. How are you doing tonight?
Oh, great, thank you. It's getting
Awesome.
late, but you know,
You're dedicated.
Florida time, but anyway, regarding the referral links, is there any way we could make it more meaningful, like instead of bunch of letters and numbers, for
Mhm.
others to click onto? Like, if we could, like substitute it for, like, say, my name, and then that will direct to, like my link. Cause my link is a bunch of letters and numbers and it's kind of hard to remember, something like that. It's something more meaningful, like, my
Yeah.
name.
Yeah, yeah, and so for something like that, you're probably gonna want to, I can find out with our tech support team, but if you could just go to shorturls.com or shortenurls.com, you can take a really long link and you can make it short. And I'm sure there's software out there, and you have to probably have a GoDaddy domain.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna need that domain, and then you should be able to somehow, some way do that. I just don't know off the top of my head.
Oh,
So
okay,
that-
yeah, I have a GoDaddy domain, so I could use that then, kind of link it.
Yeah.
So it's- Okay,
Yep, yep, but that's too high of a skill for me. I don't know what the answer to that is. So if you just ask Google, that's the best thing to do. Ask Google, how do I take this link and how do I put a domain name to it that's meaningful?
okay. Thank you.
Yep. You're welcome. All right, anyone else have any questions for us? No, all right. Well, if you do, we'll be in the Facebook group. We've got what, just a couple hours left of our special for the Cyber Monday. So 25% off the whole entire site right now. So if you're thinking about the future, you need tax deductions. If you don't have the product, how are you going to get anyone else to get the product? Oh yeah, let's go buy the shower. Oh, I don't have it yet. Yeah, oh, I was gonna, but I don't have it either. Like, oh, why would they want to do it? So you gotta be the product of the price. It goes back to the feeling. Like if you're out there promoting something and they're not feeling, because you don't have it. You don't even know it's good if you're not drinking it, And so then you don't have a story because you can't tell your story. Like, oh, I just wanted the money, so I didn't want a product because I didn't want to buy the product because I couldn't justify the cost of it. So I expect you to. So no, get the product in your hands. If you want it, you're gonna find a way to get it. Look around your house. Everything you have is because you wanted it. Everything. The pictures on your wall, the car that you drive, the food that you eat, everything is because you wanted it. So when you want this business bad enough, you're gonna find a way to get it. Okay, so that's how you keep it in here. It's just gonna come to you. You're gonna get the answer in your intuition. You gotta take the action. All right, team. So take advantage of that 25% off because it is a great special right now, especially the shower. We can't even keep the showers in stock. Right now we're just not, shipping is usually the same day, but because we have such large volumes going out right now, it's taking our team just a little bit more. We've got actually some more staff coming in tomorrow just to be able to fulfill all the orders that are coming in. So anyhow, I think that is it for now. So I guess we'll see you all on Thursday. I will tell you that in the group, Facebook group, we've got Dr. Tyler's flyer there. You'll want to take that flyer and you want to post it out too. Send it text message to all your friends, all your clients you've ever sold to in the past. Say, hey, we got an exciting event coming up. I've been talking to you about this hydrogen water, and now we actually have hydrogen with athletes and a doctor going to talk about it. I would be so grateful if you joined us. I would feel great because I'd have somebody who was there and you supported me, and people love to help you. So take that flyer, send it everywhere. Make sure they have the Zoom link. Make sure you're reminding them the day of the Zoom. Because if someone says today, yeah, I'll come, but you didn't remind them, you didn't email them, you didn't text them, you didn't call them, they're not going to come. They're going to forget. So you just have to remember, remind people that day or the day before. Okay. And any other questions before you take off? Yes. One more for you.
Yeah, just kindly remind us like when you will be in town in Florida. So maybe I could just, meet you in person there.
Yes.
Because
Yes,
they're
as
just
a
kind
matter
of
of-
local.
Yeah, it's Tracy, are you on? I know you were earlier. I saw you jump on.
Yeah, she's there.
Okay. Tracy, do you remember what day specifically we had said we were coming?
I believe it was the week of it was either the week of, I think we talked about the week of the 4th.
The week of the 4th. So that's what we're thinking. Yep.
Yeah, just kindly send us an email or, with a date and time and where, like Miami or?
I live in Palm Beach Garden. I live in Lake Worth, which is Palm Beach County.
Yeah, I know what that is, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Florida's a big market, so call everybody that you know. I know Ed's there too, so it's gonna be great. I'll probably spend a little bit more time there too, just because it is a big market and it's warm. I don't want to be in the cold anymore. That's my goal, is not be in the cold in the wintertime. So, all right, team. Well, it is so exciting to end another meeting with you, and every single day the company's growing. You guys are doing great out there. You're learning more, you're getting inspired more, and I'm here to support you. You know, if you put out you want help, I will help you. So if you're sitting back and not talking about it, but you want to do something, I don't know that. So you have to come out and let us know you want to help. So I'd be happy to help you. All right. So that is it. We will see you on Thursday and on social media. Thank you again, Sophia and Andreas. And all of
Thank
you that are making great strides out there. Congratulations. Proud of all of you.
Thank you,
Okay.
everybody.
Bye.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
See you.
Bye.